Good evening, everybody. This is Ernest ODell hosting tonight's training session on Saturday, September the 13th, for the Instant Rewards Back Office Live Training. And specifically what we're going to discuss tonight is trying to increase our lead conversion ratios for those who advertise on Craigslist. And I've always given everybody a disclaimer about Craigslist. Don't get hung up on Craigslist. It's just one of the players in the game, okay? Now, let's get over here and show my screen real quick. And I'm going to take Questar over here and shut Questar down. That's my dummy terminal over here that I use to start the splash. Okay, now I'm going to just give a real quick rundown on Craigslist. And you know, when you go over to Craigslist, you all know how to log in. There are some videos on YouTube that you can use where you can actually post to Craigslist classifieds without an account. You just have to, verify the ad when you post it. It'll be sent to you by email. But for right now, I'm going to log into my account, and we're going to actually post an ad tonight because I want to show you. These are currently the ads that I have running right now. If you notice, some of them are in sales. A few of them I might run in customer service jobs, like the customer service account reps. None of them are up for renewal. Some of them are deleted by me, and some of them have been flagged. Anything in red has been flagged. Everything in purple is expired. It just, ran its course. They're usually good for 45 days. Anything that says deleted with a blue background is ones that I have deleted manually. Everything in green, of course, is those that are still up and running, current, like a green light. Occasionally you will get somebody come in and flag you, or the system will flag you, or one of the users or one of the volunteers will flag you. But most of the time there are certain words that you do not want to use in any category on Craigslist. Now, some of the other ad sites like classified ads over at webs.com, some of these sites here in the top 25, they'll let you post in categories like work at home or business opportunities. But Craigslist works basically local. So let's go and do a new posting. And I'm going to post in Lubbock because that's local to me. If I go outside of that, then the system will read my IP, and it'll see that I'm trying to post outside of my IP area. And they'll come in and flag me and shut the ad down. And if I abuse it too much, they'll shut my account down or put it on hold. And we're just going to say job offered. You can also go into service offered if you want to offer a service, like you're a programmer or something. But tonight, we're just going to say job offered. And you want to make sure that your ad is going to be in compliance with their terms here, and say, yes, I will be a good boy and I will abide by your terms. Okay, now, I have put in an ad today. And I usually put in about one a day on Craigslist. And then after I get kind of saturated, if they start flagging me, I'll give Craigslist a rest for 6 or 8 weeks, sometimes 3, 4, 5, 6 months. I don't depend on Craigslist, even though it does get a lot of traffic. It also gets a lot of tire kickers and time wasters and time eaters if you're not careful. One of the things that I've learned is not to post my email address in the ad. I let it use the default Craigslist masked email. Go ahead and close Dropbox. And I don't post my phone number in there. And here's the reason. There's a psychology behind this. If you post your phone number, you're going to get a lot of people call you up, waste your time, and kill your day. They're going to kill your mojo, your groove, whatever you want to call it, your momentum, because they'll just want you to tell them all about it. And then, they'll bust your chops. You lose control of the call. As I've said in other webinars, you maintain control. You are the interviewer. You are the interviewing manager. They are the ones looking for a job. But you've got to present this and position this in the right way. The first way to do it, okay, is through the written word. All right? So this time we're going to place the ad in the admin office jobs. Okay. Now, let me go and find an ad that I'm currently running. Let me just open up my text document here real quick, or a Word doc, and let's say previous documents. There it is. Okay, and here's the template that I have gotten uploaded over at Dropbox. If you check the chat window on the webinar control panel, you will see a list of the attendees. And down at the bottom, you'll see a chat window where I can send links and chats. And here is the chat window. So, if you see the chat window down there, just type in a Y and enter and let me know that you see it. If you can hear me all right, type in a Y. Okay, thank you, Parita. And I know Parita's familiar with this. Not everybody is familiar with the way the webinar chat window works, but it's a gray window on the right. It's got a little bar that you can drag up and down. It's got a little orange box in it that says, when you put your mouse over that little orange bar, it's got a white arrow in it. It says Show Control Panel or Hide Control Panel. And at the top of the chat listings, there's a link up there for Dropbox for this particular document. Okay. Now, what I'm going to show you here, and I'm just going to kind of spotlight this for right now. This title right here, it's in Word document format, so you can take it and, manipulate it. You can change that title up a little bit, and then, make your wording sound like, a job ad. Now, these bullets down here are taken from the ad itself. That's taken from the Craigslist ad. Okay. From this point on, the reply is the actual reply that's going to go back to them through the canned response system. Okay, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. This document you can download, and what you will do is take this part right here, and you will replace the brackets and this script in between the brackets with the name of the company that you're representing in your reply email. I had found this to work very, very well. Let me close this out. Takes up a little bit of memory. Open up my mail program here in Outlook, and I'll just kind of show you, give you an example. You will also get a copy of this. Whichever email address you are registered on, you will get a copy of this, okay, as long as you compose it on Gmail. You will need a Gmail account. If you don't have one, go get one. Here's a promo I was doing for Paradise Freebies. I went and composed a text, and when somebody like John here over in Lubbock says, I am interested in this job, please let me know if you still need CSRs to work for you. As long as they leave this whole title intact, it will automatically bang this message back to them, just like an autoresponder. It's just like a single layer autoresponder, okay? And the way this is worded is, you can say instant rewards at the URL for your landing page. It's an established marketing and advertising firm that produces leads for major Fortune 500 companies through independent contractors such as yourself, and it's a great way for work-at-home moms and dads to earn extra income. It's a little bit lengthy, but there's a reason for that, okay? Sometimes you've got to give people, just the right amount of information to go and, sign up. If they want to get my full contact information, they're going to get my name, okay, in the reply. They're not going to get my phone number and contact info until they actually sign up, okay? I don't deal with tire kickers, and I surely don't deal with tire kickers and time eaters through email. I will answer serious questions once or twice, but after that, I figure if they're just fishing or if they're not really serious, then I delete them, okay? I just delete them, and, if they continue to harass me, I block them, okay? So, you're not here to, just answer a bunch of emails and tire kickers. You do want to make sure that, Marie, there you go, you found it. Okay, you do want to make sure that you keep control of the whole situation from start to finish, okay, and it starts right here with the ad. So if we're on Craigslist, let me get over here and open up the actual ad that I'm running. And this right here is just one of the variants, okay, of the ad that I'm running. Let's find another one. Need 10 people who want to earn $400 ASAP. Okay, if you notice these two, they're worded similarly, only this one is much shorter, very short and punchy. It's also in a different category, okay? It's in the customer service jobs, whereas this one over here, it's in the sales jobs. Now, tonight, we're placing this ad in the admin office jobs. So we want to probably take this ad right here, copy, come back over here and punch that in, and take the need 10 out and just say need people who want to earn $400 posting ads. Okay. Now, how are they going to earn that $400? They're going to learn soon. Okay. Now, here we'll just go back over here and grab this, copy this, and come back over here. Let me close that classified. And I want to paste this, and I want to say, we need people who want to earn $400 posting ads. Yes, it can be done. We will show you how. This is so that they won't think it's a scam, you know. I get people all the time, you know, they send me an email inquiry, says, you know, email me the information if this isn't a scam, and I'll email them back. Well, if you thought it was a scam, why did you bother inquiring? Because I said serious inquiries only. You know, not everything you find on Craigslist is a scam, and not everything you find on the internet is a scam. So if you're going to come at me with that kind of attitude, then you didn't read this right here. All right. Serious inquiries only. You know, I don't deal with jokers. All right. You shouldn't either. You just basically tell them simple skills like good phone diction, good typing skills, necessary. Must be able to take a few calls. You might say, take and make a few calls. If you feel like this is your cup of tea, then reply to this ad, leave the title intact, and check for an immediate reply. Okay. Check for an immediate email reply. Now, we're not going to use any hypertext markup language because if you do, then you've got to make sure your line breaks are in there and everything else. We're just going to go with straight, simple text. Down here, we're going to say $200 to $400 average plus bonuses, and we're not going to check any of these boxes here. We're not going to check part-time, contract, nonprofit, none of them, okay? Everything is going to be left unchecked. Now, you also notice that I'm not putting anything in to the specific location. And there's a reason for this, okay? I'm posting in Lubbock, yes. If I was living in Charlotte, North Carolina, I would post in Charlotte, North Carolina. But I wouldn't put a specific location, okay? Because I want the search engines to find this by title. You can make the title search engine friendly. You know, you can make a search engine friendly with certain keywords that would be picked up. Right now, I'm just kind of choosing not to do this. And another reason why I'm using asterisks is because it catches people's attention. It doesn't necessarily put it at the top of the feed, but it catches people's attention, okay? But this gives it a broad scope when it goes out to the net. Over here, you notice it doesn't have a city name up here. If I had put Lubbock or Littlefield or Morton or Sundown or Levelland, it would put the name of the city up there. So this right here, specific location, is being left blank for a reason. This is why I get ads or responses from this ad. I get responses from all over the United States. Even though they're searching in the Lubbock area, I still get responses from all over the U.S. Now, we're going to say continue. We're going to save this. And we're not going to put any images in there. This is a straight text ad, and there it is. This is the ad that's going to be shown. Now, we're going to publish it, and we're going to open it up into a new tab, and we're going to close this. All right? And we're going to leave this open because we want to get some information off of this, and I'm going to log out of Craigslist. Okay, now let's come over here and you log into your Gmail account. The Gmail account that you have registered with Craigslist. Okay, and here's my automatic notification that it just posted. All right, need people who want to earn $400 posting ads. Okay, now what we need to do is take that draft over here that I just sent you, or I sent the link to you over here on the Dropbox. Now, this right here is going to change. All of that is going to change when we plug in the information. So let's go back over to compose an email. And this is very critical. You need to follow this. I messed up, but I went back to watch Matt Wolf and his instructional video. Now, this right here I'm going to take, and I'm going to take this out. Network's running a little slow. And I'm going to chop that out. Okay. Now I'm going to come back over here, and I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to right-click, copy. I'm going to come back over here, and I'm going to plug this in and paste. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my link for my instant rewards. And I want to copy that link. Control-C to copy, or right-click on the address bar when it's highlighted and say copy, and then close it, shut it down. Now, I'm going to take this right here, and I'm going to replace that with instant rewards at now. To make this live in a text format, you need to plug that in and then go back and highlight it again, and then just come up here and hit the link toolbar, and it'll make it live. And we're going to give it a little bit more emphasis, and we're going to give it some bolding, We're going to change the text color to red and highlight it with yellow. So now it kind of stands out. And we'll say instant rewards at http://www.instantrewardsnetwork.com/DMS group is an established marketing and advertising firm that produces leads for major Fortune 500 companies through independent contractors such as yourself. This is plain text. If I remove the formatting, I don't want to do that. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back over here, and I'm going to highlight Instant Rewards, and I'm going to copy this, Control-C, and then I'm going to come back, and each little instance in here, I'm going to replace that. And let's see if I have any more occurrences in there. If not, then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to Control-C, copy that, and then I'm going to come down here and start at the very first bracket to the last bracket, but you don't want to cross over into the space. Back up, and then Control-V Victor, and replace that. Okay, so we give them plenty of opportunities to go and click through and sign up. Now, here's another occurrence, and I'm going to do that. So this is now live. All right, and one more. And then we'll go down here and look and change this to Ernest ODell. Now, I want to come over here and replace that. All right, since I've got it plugged into my memory. Why do you want to put a PS? Because many times this will be the deciding factor of people signing up with you or not. Okay. P.S. When you sign up at www, you will get an immediate reply back from my autoresponder, which will have my full contact information. Be sure to check your email inbox and spam folder to whitelist us. Thank you. Now, you can highlight that and bold it to give it a little emphasis. So you can tell them, you know, we pay daily. Let's come in here and see if we can't take out some of these extra line spaces. And come up here, take out all those extra line spaces and breaks. You can't see them, they're a little bit hidden, because when they receive it on the receiving end, all right, it's going to be formatted properly if you have it formatted properly here. Now, we're going to give it a subject line, but we're going to come back over here and grab our subject line. This right here, need people who want to earn $400 posting ads. And remember, I told them in the ad, the primary Craigslist ad tells them, reply to this ad, leave the title intact. Okay? If they change the title, it'll still come through. It just won't get auto-responded with the canned response. You'll have to manually respond to them, okay? And that can be, time-consuming. Now, we're going to paste that title into the subject line, and we're going to come up here to canned responses, and we're going to scroll down here to save as a new canned response. Now we're going to click on new canned response, and it's going to save it with this title. Okay, it's going to come up. It says need people who want to earn $400 posting ads. Click OK, and this should save. All right, so now it's saved, and it will be saved as a draft over here in the draft folder. I usually don't delete my drafts. Matt Wolf, he shows deleting the drafts. Okay, since it's saved, now we've got it over here. Now we're not going to bother with this. We just know it's there. Been saved as a canned response. Now what we're going to do is set up a filter for it. Come over here, click on the gear, go to settings, click on the settings, and it'll load up. And now we're going to click filter, and we're going to create a new filter. Now we're going to say create a new filter, and the subject line again is going to be this right here. So we're going to make sure that we copy the same subject line that we're using in our canned response and on our ad. And we're just going to punch it in right here. Now, it will usually tell you when you hit this, create filter with this search, it'll come up and says, filter searches that contain only special characters like blah, 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 asterisks, and all these others may have unexpected results and are not recommended. Do you still wish to continue to the next step? Say yes, okay. Okay, now, here at this is the subject, and we want to leave those asterisks in there. Okay, now we're going to choose the canned response, come down here, and we're going to say need people who want to earn $400 posting ads. There it is. And we're going to say click send canned response. All right, this is also matching 3 conversations that are already in there, but we don't need to really check that box. You can if you want to. Okay, we want to make sure that we just send canned response, and if you want to apply that filter to any pre-existing conversations, let's say somebody has already responded to this ad before we got our filter set up. By clicking here and then create filter, it will take and answer anything that anybody has already sent in. So now we have a new filter, and it's being triggered every time somebody answers this ad right here. If they click on that and they use their default email, or if they use their webmail, or if they copy and paste that, if they copy and paste this into their email program and they change up the title, then the filter won't catch it. All right, it'll go straight to you, and then you'll have to manually answer it. But here we're just going to come back and we're going to look in our inbox. We've already saved it, and I don't have any messages from the ads, just the ad verification. So now we can close this. Okay, now there's a reason why I go through this. All right, when somebody is looking at the ad on Craigslist, let's say they've gone to let's say they're looking in admin office jobs over on Lubbock, Craigslist. And admin office jobs usually takes about 15 or 20 minutes for your ad to go live, so it hasn't quite had enough time for it to go live, but they'll find it in the listing here. Okay. Check on the grid view, check on the pick view if there's any picks. We just want to look at the list view. It's not up there yet. It'll be up there probably within another 5, 10, 15 minutes. And when they answer that ad, they click on this. Let's look at this guy's ad, okay? If they click on that ad in that particular category of office, admin office jobs, and they do the reply, and they type in, a message, it's like, here, this lady says, I'm interested in this position. Well, this has already gone out because I'll count the number. I'll get a copy of, the canned response, because up here you'll see my email address, DMSGroupster plus canned response at Gmail. So I know that the canned response system is working. And here's another one. So when this guy sent me, an inquiry, he answered the ad over here. Let's go back. When they answer this ad, then they're going to get an immediate email, okay? And their email, it's going to look like this, and I'm going to get a copy of it. So however many people answer the ads, if I get 3 inquiries, I'm going to have 3 copies of the canned response. If I get 68 inquiries, I'm going to get 68 copies of the canned response. Now, I saved them today just for instructional purposes. Okay, kind of show you guys. Now, this is the Word doc. I'm going to go ahead and close that. You can take that Word doc from the chat window on that listing there. If you need a copy of, let me see if I can't copy it again and paste it into the window. There it is again. So if you want to download that document, you can play around with the text. You can edit it to kind of make it fit your voice. All right. You can, some people's mannerisms come through their written word, and you may have a different style than I do. I try to keep it short and to the point, but there are times when sometimes a little bit of information is better than too little or too much. And I feel like, this is, if there is such a word, if I can use a Bushism, modifiable. You can modify this to shorten it or lengthen it on that template. Okay? So what this is going to do is step 1, they answer the ad. Step 2, they get the auto response. Step 3, they click through on that link. And in this case, I've got it going over to a different ad right now, okay? But let's say they go over to my instant rewards, okay? And they sign up here. Once they sign up with their first name, last name, email address, and their phone, it's going to shoot another email to them, and I've already told them, in the outbound message right here. If you'd like to know more, I invite you to take a look at my site, blah, blah, blah. But in that template, it tells them, check your email, check your spam bucket, whitelist us, okay? Bam, bam, bam. So when they click that link, they know that they're going to be taken over to a lead capture page, and they need to know to check that. Now, if you don't have this, if you do not have this right here, we've gone over this several times, and I've got about 15 minutes I can show you again, all right? Whoever signed you up, they should have sent you an email with the link for the application, but I'm going to show you where to find it, okay? It's in the overview section. If you don't have a login here, Maria and I went over this today. You can click in on your site, and we're going to put this on hold. If you already have an account, you can just click up here and log in. This should show you your marketing link, okay? The status check is where you synchronize your instant reward network offers with your system. But back here, okay, you should have control panel access. If you don't, then there's a link, okay, and I'm going to get it for you. I'm going to post it into the chat window again. You can use this. If you've already signed up under somebody, it's not going to put you under me, I don't think. I'm just going to copy that link location and put it back. Go back to my account. Okay, I got Simone and Simone. Okay. Now, let me open this up and put that link in there. If you do not have access, then what you need to do is click that link, and it's going to take you to this overview. Watch the overview in its entirety. I'm going to go ahead and just put it on pause. When you get through watching this, do not click over to YouTube. It'll take you off page. Watch it within this overview. Then click Continue to Complete Registration. And since this got my information in it, we're just going to go ahead and take that out. But you can watch this little video here. It'll give you a basic rundown of how to fill out the application. Choose a username. Use the same email address that you used on your network offers. Okay. When you registered on the other person's account, use the same email address and confirm it. And use the same password. Confirm it. Then you put in your phone number. However you put in your phone number is how it's going to show up in your auto responses and on your web page if you use a web page that shows your phone number. So you can use the international format, area code dot 297-3241 is my number, okay? Or you can use hyphens, or you can put your phone number in parentheses, a space, and then the phone number with a 3 digits hyphen 4 digits, and it'll show up that way on your lead capture page if you choose the one that shows your info, contact info. Then, of course, you want to make sure you put your first name, last name, physical address, no P.O. boxes, city, state, zip, country, USA, your birthday, and your PayPal. On the birthday, just come up here and select the year that you were born in, and find the year you were born in, the month that you were born in, and then go in there and select the day, and then put in your PayPal email address. If you don't have one, you don't need one right now, but you can always get one later, and it'll tell you that in this video, and then you continue with the registration. Once you do that, then you will be logged in to your back office. So let's go ahead and log into my back office real quick. All right. And I'm going to go down here, set up my marketing system. Your lead capture pages, you can change it right here on this link here, or you can come over here and change it. If you just want to look at it, you can click that thumbnail and it'll open up in a separate tab over here to a full view. Okay, and it's active. It'll start playing the video. I use the Larry Beecham video because it's a good high converting video. Over here, if you use this particular one, you can preview these by looking at them. Here's one. Okay. My information is right down here. I think this is the only page that shows the sponsor's information. If you want to spend a lot of time on the phone answering people's questions and emails, this is the page to use. And I say that kind of tongue in cheek. If you don't want to spend a lot of time just answering questions and not getting sign-ups, because that can be frustrating, then don't use this page, okay? Use one of the other pages. Use this page here, or, and this is a good high converting, this is a default page. When you sign up and you get into the back office, because it's got proof of payments and it's got images, and it shows people that, yes, this is real, this is legitimate, we make money. I posted some today. I just got some more payments today through PayPal. But you can kind of look at these and preview them and see which ones that might fit your taste better. You can also use some of these links to advertise directly and target certain markets. All right, you might be running some segmented ads, and we'll get into this on future webinars. Running paid ads, CPV, CPA, CPM, CPI, RON, all these terms, we'll explain them later. But you might be targeting a particular niche of people that just like to do freebies, and they like to try free stuff, complete free trials and invite others and get paid daily. They might want to just, try to win a computer or win an iPad or win an iPod or an iPhone. They got all kinds of prizes that they can sign up for over on the Instant Rewards Network. Do we need to repeat this process in order to edit the page in case of a change in residence? No. Let me show you. If you want to run a different ad, let's say that this right here, I'm using the Larry Beecham video. Okay, this is my default. I've got it set as my default page. It's you make it primary right here. You don't have to go and change that. Let's say you want to use a different layout in a different ad. You're running a different campaign and you're running some targets segmentation. Do a right click, copy link location, and then you would come in and whatever form that you're using for your ad, you would paste that in, because it would show splash 15 and then your ID number, and if I was to enter on that, and then it would come up, it would show that. So if you wanted to run 16 different campaigns and run analytics on 16 different campaigns, then all you have to do is copy the link location, all right, and plug it into wherever you're going to be using it. Now this is splash 2, whereas the other one was splash 15, okay? Let me close this. This one is splash 5, this one is splash 6, this one is splash 7, this one is splash 8, splash 9. So each one of them has its own unique ID, all right, as far as a page. splash 10, splash 11, splash 12, splash 14. This is splash 13, splash 15, splash 16, splash 2, splash 3, splash 4, splash 1. So you could set up a tracking, but this is complicated. We'll get into this in later lessons. This is more advanced stuff. You don't have to worry about this stuff. The only thing you want to do is choose one for right now and make it your primary. Okay, I can always go back and switch my primary. If one is not converting well, I'll go and see which ones are converting better than the others. I might go in here and I might view my stats. Okay, I might look at my stats and then I come over here and look at page stats. All right, and I see in my page stats, I've only been using this system here for the instant rewards for about the past 2 or 3 weeks, so I don't have a lot of stats. I've got some other systems where I've been using it for over a year, and my numbers are phenomenal. Now, this, okay, is showing splash 13, and if you look, I've got 99 unique visitors, a total of 248 visits, because some of them will come back and they're already cookied. But I got 14 opt-ins on this page and 14.1%. Here, okay, this is splash 13 for today, and it's got 7 unique visitors, 15 total opt-ins, and 14.3, only 1 opt-in, okay? 15 total visits, 1 opt-in. So it's running 14.3. Okay. This right here is splash 1, but if I was to open that up in a separate link, this is a very simple splash page. And then what I'm doing with this is I am running a split test campaign, okay? That's why it's had 4 visits today and no opt-ins. This one here, it seems like the Larry Beecham video works very well. He's very laid back, convincing. You watch his kids playing in the backyard over here in front of his house. He just has a way of talking to people. He's kind of natural when he comes across. So it converts very well, all right? And if you notice some of these other splash pages, you know, it's like this one here, open up separate tab. This right here, I'm running this in some separate ad campaigns, but you also notice that splash 2 is not getting much. Splash 3 it's getting a few, in the past 3 days. That's today's. Some of the others, they get a little bit better response, but overall, I think the best one is the Larry Beecham, which is providing me with these numbers right here. Now the totals, this is for the total. This is just a running total of percentages. So that would show you that, you can use a different splash page in that ad, okay? If you want to use a different splash page up here in your reply, if you don't want to take them to a video, then go back to your capture pages and find one like this one here. All right, just very simple, bare bones, name, email, phone number. I have read and agreed to terms and conditions, and then continue. It's very short and to the point. You know, you can set it as your default, but if you don't want to set it as your default, then just go in here, right-click on the thumbnail, copy the link location, and then when you set your canned response, plug it in to your canned response up here, and they'll be taken to that page with your ID. The only thing that'll change is those 4 numbers right there on the end. 7655 is mine, and it's keyed to go over into my router, whereas yours will be a different set of numbers, and it will go over into yours. So if that's all we have for right now, I'm going to open up the line for just a few minutes. I'm going to unmute everybody. If you have any questions, we got a little bit of background noise, but if anybody wants to talk, let me go back and mute. Okay, if anybody wants to ask any questions, just type in a Q in the chat window there, and I'll open up your line. Nobody wants to talk to Ernest. Ernest has thick skin. Marie, talk to me. You don't have your microphone, do you? I don't hear Marie. She typed in Q for question. Okay, well, Marie, you'll probably have to just type in your question. Can you do that? Either that or you have to dial back in. If you don't have your microphone plugged up. Parita is self-muted. Dia, glad to have you with us tonight. Benita, Eric, glad to see you here. Ashton, glad to see you guys could show up. It's not working. Well, type in your question. We will be covering some other features of the back office and concepts. Okay. And Marie says, I found my ID number. It's not showing on your capture page. It will if you just go in, log in to your back office, go over here, click on capture page. Let's see, I timed out, so I need to go back and log back in over here, set up my marketing system. And let's say, click on the bar over here that says capture page. All right. Now, when you put your mouse over a particular thumbnail, you look down here in the lower left-hand side, you'll see the link come up. It'll say instantrewardsnetwork.com/splash16.php ?ID equals, and then of course the 7655 is mine. But whatever yours, this is just the ID number. We're not talking about your referral link from Instant Rewards. We're talking about the ID to a splash page. All right, so we're talking about two different apples. We're talking apples and oranges from what we were talking about this morning. Your Instant Rewards, let's say over at the starter, okay, if you're logged into your Instant Rewards starter account, you'll find your ID, your referral link right here. If you've gone green and completed your requirements, it'll show your referral link right here, and it'll be that link right there. We're talking about two different links. This is your referral link to the offer network. Okay? What we're talking about over here is the ID link to your capture page. So when you post, you just post. For right now, I'm not going to teach you how to be a programmer. Just go with your default page. If you have chosen this page right here as your default page, the first one on the top left, then stick with that, okay? All you'd have to do is use your default link, which would be InstantRewardsNetwork.com, and in your case would be /Marie Santiago, okay, because that was the ID that you chose on the registration. So whatever you have plugged in as your default, that's what's going to show up when your leads go to that. This is why I try to make it very simple for people. If I'm promoting the instant rewards, I just send them over to InstantRewardsNetwork.com/DMS group, and it takes them over to my default page. If I change that default page, and let's say I go back and use this one to make that my primary. Now, this is my primary, and you see DMS group up here as my ID, and I don't have to use the ID numbers. And I just changed my default landing page. But because I like this landing page right here, the Larry Beecham video, it converts very well. My percentages are running a lot better, so that's the one I use now. So the offer network is different. This is just a control panel. This is Grand Central Station. This is where everybody comes first. If you have your system set up right, you want to use this system, promote this system, and get everybody logged in, because once you grab your leads, you're going to see them. They're going to come in here on your recent leads. You're going to be able to come over here and click on View Leads and see everybody that has signed up. Now, you can see over here, I don't have any converted leads. I've sent out a broadcast to everybody. I have told everybody in my leads, these are active leads. None of these people have gone through the process that you went through today. They have not filled out their application page. And Parita, you and I got to get together on this. You and I and Mark Lofton and RJ, I've got to get with these guys, and I guess I'm going to have to call each one of these people up and say, hey, do you want to have access to the back office and promote this? If not, I'm not going to, twist their arm if they don't want to make any money with it, but that's okay. But if you want to make money with this program, you need to go from active lead to converted lead. This is like, you got to go through that application process like you did today. I got 18, 21 leads. It's nothing compared to the other system I'm using. I got about 1,400. And then I've got some bigger systems where I've got, 500,000 in other systems. So, but I've been doing it for a long time. I've been working some of these things quite extensively. Back about 15 years ago, I had run a little system over at the old 100 grand a month club before I let it go. I had two different lead groups that had over $250,000 apiece. They were all very active. very, very active, a little over 500,000 subscribers. I've probably averaged about 50 cents to $1 a piece per year off of that list. It made me about $250,000 to $500,000 a year over the course of 8 years. I never really pushed it that much, and I kind of let it go after it just kind of petered out and it quit providing a lot of income, but I had taken the income and reinvested it into other verticals anyway. So this is one of the things I wanted to point out to you, is that you are working with two different systems. When you look at the capture pages, the ID number down there in the lower left, it's not the same as your offer site. Your offer site, that's your referral number. This is where the actual money is made. Or if I come over here to, let's say I go into easy, then I've got a different number, okay, down here. And if I wanted to send somebody that, I just copy that link location and then I would email it to them and tell them go over there. Is IMN the same as back office? This right here is your instant rewards. Now the IMN, they're all hooked into the same offer sites. But as far as the Instant Money Network back office, it uses the same lead capture page system software. It's just got a little bit different layout. They don't have as many buttons back here. There's just fewer resources, so it's a little bit more bare bones. Stripped down bare bones. More additional functions could be added to it by the program owner if it was needed. But I have Instant Money Networks. Let's say instantmoneynetwork.com/DMS group. Of course, it's a different lead capture page, but if you get logged into the back of your Instant Money Networks, and sometimes I will do a combination teaching on this, but down here you click on Control Panel at the bottom of the site and log in. But what makes it different from this is you're in Instant Rewards Network over at the instantrewardsnetwork.com. Here you're in the instantmoneynetwork.com control panel. Okay. Now, there's not too many hoops to jump through. You don't have to go through an elaborate process to get into your back office. It's pretty much right here. Sign up, name, email, phone number, and then click sign up. And it'll take you in, take you through the setup process. Right now, you see I have no leads. I just joined this up. I just joined up with IMN about a week after I started IRN. So I need to get my campaigns put together for this, but before I start promoting this, I want to make sure that I have more than just 3 little messages. Yes, I would have to post a different link to the ad. I could use the same basic template, okay, that I showed you. Let's just do a real quick send receive and see if I got any responses to that ad. I could use the same template, okay. Okay, That's still going to a different ad. Let's see, Craigslist. There's the automated reply. Tomorrow's Sunday. I'm going to tell you, Sunday is a big day. I get a lot of people, like I explained to Marie today. People are just, they're hating their job and they're dreading to go back on a Monday, and it seems like everybody waits until the last moment. So Sunday evening, Sunday afternoons, they jump in looking for a new job, some way to get rid of that boss they hate. And that's sad, really, because I really do enjoy what I'm doing. Ashton asked me, do you know if there would be apps for these sites in the near future for people who would like to work on the go? Yeah, once you're registered into the system, you can pretty much, work anywhere in the world, from any coffee shop. But as far as registering, you cannot register at your sponsor's house on their IP. 2 accounts will get both of you blocked. Some people have managed to sign up and register with smartphones, but not all smartphones have the same operating system and the cookie ability. So it is still recommended, because smartphones are not really all on the same page. They're not as smart as a lot of people would think they were. It's best to register on a home computer network with a router on an IP, get registered, and once you're registered, then, you can travel, take 2 weeks vacation, go to the Bahamas. As long as you've got an internet connection at the little cantina, you can check your mail, you can check your ads, you can move your money, you can post your ads, you can chat, you can even attend these webinars, okay? You can go on YouTube and watch the replays. This will be recorded. It will be uploaded to YouTube. When we post the new link to the video in the Facebook groups, and you click on that, if you want to watch the YouTube replay, you can do that. I would highly suggest that you subscribe to that channel also, so that if you miss one of these live webinars, you can always go back and watch the replay. And you can, if you didn't get something during the live presentation, you can always go back and watch it over and over and over, back it up and watch it again, back it up, watch it again. So it's real handy as a teaching tool. YouTube is owned by Google. It's the 3rd largest search engine. If you go over there and you do a search on YouTube for instant rewards, back office live training, it'll pull up all the thumbnails and the links, on Google, okay? If you click off site without logging out, it will automatically log you out of the IMN back office, and the same thing over here at the instant rewards, okay? Let's say go over to YouTube and you want to find some of the videos that we did. Go up here into the search and say instant rewards back office, click, and there they are. 1, 2, 3. There's 3 of them here. Go down. Here's a 4th one. All right. This is the Facebook timeline marketing video that I did, and I uploaded it as a tutorial. And these are the last 3. It's got the date. I try to put the date on it. 2013-706, 2013-629, 2013-623. They're not always in date order, and it's got the time on them, okay? We tend to run a little over an hour sometimes with the question and answer. I try to spend at least an hour on the instruction, and then if we have time, take a little question and answer. But if that's all that we have right now, I'm going to end the program. And Marie had a question. She says, do you recommend Amazon.com? And if so, how are the results? If you go to Amazon, and you want to pay for Amazon's prices on advertising, be my guest. If you want to advertise on Amazon and you got the money for it, Amazon is a big traffic. They've got a lot of traffic. They have sponsored ads. You can say advertise your products. They're looking mostly for products. Okay, they're not looking for business opportunity advertisers. They will probably reject, business opportunity advertisers. If you have a large volume of products, physical products that you can actually fulfill and deliver, they would probably talk to you about partnering. But if you're just a small-time operator and let's say you make walking sticks, very limited supply, then they probably wouldn't consider you if you couldn't fulfill, let's say, 100 or 200 orders per month or something like that, or if there was no real big demand. I had some books here a while back. I've got a warehouse full of books that were published by a company in San Antonio, Texas. We had probably about 100,000 copies. And the title ranked real low on the ISBN number, and it was called Miracle in the Last Days. And I think it sold at the time for like $24.95, and I had reduced it to half price, $12.95 or $11.95 or something like that. Didn't get a drop. I tried to sell some of them to wholesalers, and they didn't want to touch it because it had a real low rank. So there's a lot of variables when it comes to advertising with Amazon. There are some other high traffic networks that you can advertise on. There's let me pull up this file real quick just to kind of give you a real quick rundown into some of the high traffic networks that I use. Pull this file up, and let's go over here and go to high traffic sources, and we'll go here. There's one here I will tell you you don't want to use, directcpv.com. I think they had a bunch of Russian mafia programmers. I wasn't getting live human traffic. I was getting bot traffic, and they were taking my money, and I wasn't getting real eyeballs. HyperTracker is a tracking system that's real good about tracking your ads and your sales. Clicky, clicky.com, getclicky.com is another good little tracking software. This is like my top 6, minus this one right here, minus the .com secrets. Actually, I'd say top 5. My top 5 picks is Ad Marketplace, Ad Knowledge, ClickSoar, Neverblue, and Max Bounty. Okay, so I would say right here I'm going to punch them into the. If you want a copy of them, I'm going to punch them into the chat window there, and you can just scrape that and copy it and put it in a text file. These are my top 5. Okay. And some of these you'll have to put up a deposit of $100, $200, $300, some of them $500. OPTMD, OptMD. Sometimes, these big ad networks, they want to interview you first and find out what kind of campaign you're running, if you even know what you're doing. They might have you plop down $50,000 to $100,000. They might have you plop down $1,000 or $2,000. It depends on who you're working with, okay? So these are not your cheap advertising places. Amazon it has a few more rules. You would probably want to talk to these people over here at Amazon about driving traffic to your site. If you don't have a product, a physical product or a digital product, I wouldn't worry about Amazon. Now, there are some Amazon channels. You can become an affiliate with Amazon. But to become an affiliate with Amazon, you have to have a working website that they will go through an approval process. They just won't approve just anybody. Okay. One final question. Would you recommend affiliate links? Just curious. Affiliate links for what? Give me an example. Affiliate links for, no, Amazon, I don't think Amazon's going to take affiliate links like Instant Rewards Network. If I wanted to put this into the Amazon advertising channel, no, they wouldn't. I can tell you that right now. We're not offering a product per se. We're offering a service and maybe some employment. But can I hijack Amazon? Yeah, but I'm not going to do it on this webinar. It takes too much time. I do that in the Institute. I know how to hijack and legally hijack some of Amazon's sites depending on their product listings. I know you don't understand. It's quite esoteric, but that's the stuff that the big dogs pay for. Go back over here. Stick with this and keep it simple. KISS. Keep it short and simple. Post your ads. Use these ads here. Copy this. I'm going to paste it into the window. Send it out to everybody. Bookmark that site. Okay. You want to give me some kudos. Scroll all the way down to the bottom of the site on each page. You can like it and put it into your Facebook. You can ping it over to your Twitter. Totally free. I had to change this a little bit because I had already tweeted this today. You can put it into your Google +1. Just log in with your Gmail account and it will put it into the Google index. This, I want to tell you right now, is a handy little feature, and we will do a tutorial on Add This at some other time. But you can also put this into other social media. So if you want to share this on other social media sites like WordPress, want to be careful putting it on a free WordPress that can get you slapped and shut down. But let's say you want to put this into Google. You can put a label in there and say totally free classified ad sites. Copy this, go over here, post ads for free and post upgraded ads on the cheap, and add that as a bookmark. Okay, now it's already been added once and it's got all these keywords in there. This is what you call some basic get down dirty raw SEO. When you get it plugged in, you do get some traffic. I get traffic from all over the world off of those bookmarks, just by simply matching this with, I can go and click more and select Hotmail. I can put that on LinkedIn, find a service and scroll down. There's probably about 200 or 300 different social media sites. If you try to share it through something where you don't have a membership, it'll ask you to log in. I've got Digo and Digita and Dig. I've got Dropjack. I can sit here all day long and just take this site right here. If I wanted to promote this site, you see I've already got to add this up here. So I can promote this through these sites, or I can click more, and I can share that site through, say, for instance, Blurpalicious. Where's Blurp? Did I find Blurp in there? I think I got Blurp up towards the top. Stumble upon Delicious. I don't see Blurp. But anyway, we'll get to that later in another tutorial. For right now, I'm going to call this a day, and I'm glad everybody could show up. If we don't have any more questions, I'm going to stop the recording and let it go to rendering, and I'll bid everybody good night and unmute everybody and say good night all. Good night, Parita.
Good night, Ernest.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
And I'll talk to Parita. I'll talk to you in a little bit over on Skype.